If you're having trouble with character consistency in your video, I literally just created a book from A to Z and recorded it. You can watch it over here. And this is the book that I made. And this is the part of the video that I talk about having character consistency because Rex, my little dinosaur, in this specific book was not having the same clothing in each of the pictures. And it was a big issue. And I had to get him to be more consistent throughout. So make sure to take a look at this trick using the reference picture in order to be able to create your character. Okay, here we go. So now one of the main issues I have with the pictures is that Rex's clothing is inconsistent in school. So first day of school, he's not wearing clothing. And then later on, he's wearing a red and blue thing, and then he's wearing blue and yellow. So I want to be able to get the consistency of his clothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to AI and let it know that. Hi, the pictures look really great. One of the issues that I see happening is that Rex is inconsistent with the clothing that he is wearing throughout a bunch of the pictures. Are you able to come up with a reference image for me of Rex wearing a certain type of clothing? And then we'll just be consistent with that clothing throughout the pictures, period. My idea is that I want to attach the image that is incorrect, and I want to add the reference image with that in the next chat just to swap out Rex in that clothing. Period. I don't want to change anything else in the picture. I don't want to change the size of the picture, or I want to keep everything the same. I just want to switch Rex out with wearing clothing in whatever position he is in the picture. Period. Can you help me create a reference image for him and then a prompt that I can use when I am editing all the new pictures with that reference image? I'm going to attach an image of Rex, and we can use this clothing type as the reference image. So there was one image that I did like. That I would like to use. I like this sweatshirt and shorts. So let's use this and see what it comes up with. And really, the basic idea is that I have an issue that Rex looks different in all the pictures. So I'm going to have to go through all those pictures that he looks different in and put in the new reference image. If it was a new day, I wouldn't really care. Some images are in the house versus in school. I don't really care. But once he's in school, I'm assuming he's not changing. So therefore, I want to be able to have that reference image for AI, and then I want to be able to create that prompt that I can use moving forward when it comes to creating the correct character. And once again, this is one of those things that make the difference between an AI slot book versus not an AI slot book. If you're going to take the time, it does take time. That's what it is. But at the end of the day, we can try to do as much as we can to avoid it, but then we could just fix it. And if it's not working, then we'll just generate new images. That's usually the last resort, though. Hey, real quick, if you didn't know, we have a community of over 100 people who are looking to create their own children's book. So if you have any questions, you're not really sure what to do, you're not sure what order, the formatting, the Amazon, anything like that, we are here to help you. It's not just giving it to you, we are here to support. So if you have any questions, you put them in the community and we're going to be there for you. So if you want to take a look at that, make sure to take a look in the description down below. Now let's jump back to the video. Okay, amazing. So here we go. Rex is wearing this clothing. Looks a little chubby in this picture, but I think that's fine. And this is what we want to do. Okay, so now I'm going to ask it, can you please come up with a prompt that I can use? The prompt should include the character reference with Rex's clothing, as well as the picture that I want to adjust. So just have that reference. It could be the same prompt. I just want to make sure that nothing else changes in the photo, including the size of the picture. And one of the greatest ways that you can get the correct prompt when you're trying to edit something is ask it to come up with a prompt because sometimes the issue is that the way that we explain something is going to be very different to how it is going to be translated by AI. So if you ask it to create it, then you'll be able to come up with it. Okay, here we go. You're editing image two. Image one is the official Rex character reference sheet and as the absolute source of truth. Your job is to replace only Rex. Okay. Like if I would just say swap him out, it might work, but this is being so much more specific. Okay. Full character sheet you generated as a reference is excellent for creating new images, but for editing, it gives a model a lot of extra information. Instead, I'd create a simple clothing sheet that contains only. So what it was just telling me is that by it giving us this whole sheet, this reference sheet, and the different faces and expressions, it actually might change the expressions because it might pull up a different expression. So what it wants to do is it just wants to give us one sheet, I guess a more simpler sheet, just so we can swap it out. So I'm going to copy this, put it in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to add both of these. So I'm going to add this first. I'll play around. If this works, great. And if it doesn't work, we'll figure it out. And now let's start switching pictures. Not that one. We can start with this one. Let's do with this. So the original image had Rex not wearing any clothing. And let's see what happens. There we go. Awesome. Okay, this image I still need to adjust the size of it, but we'll do that afterwards. Love it. Also, something you want to make sure, look at all the other characters, make sure nothing else is wrong. Sometimes like add an ear to a character or a hand or something. Um, so just a good habit to get into. I've had that many a times. And if this is just the beginning of some of the issues that you're having and you want to create your own book like I did with Rex, feel free to jump into the community and you can really learn how to do it. And we are going to be helping you all along the way. So if you have any other questions, feel free to put them down in the comments below and be happy to help you and teach you the tricks of the trade.